stadium. Our Tracy Austin is up in the booth calling this match, and she said she saw vintage Naomi Osaka tonight. Would you agree?
I guess I'm old then. No, I mean, I don't really know what that means. Hopefully that's a good thing. But yeah, I just tried my best. I know she's an incredible player. We've had some really tough battles, and she's the hometown hero. So thank you guys for coming out, and I hope you were very entertained.
I can assure you it was very complimentary from Tracy. Your serve was so dialed in tonight. How big of a confidence boost is it for you to beat a player like Eala at this stage under these conditions?
I mean, yeah, it's a big confidence boost, but I'm the type of person that is just happy to play more and more matches. I think, coming back after pregnancy, I was like really eager to play the best players, and now I'm able to play them and go toe to toe. So I'm just really happy about that.
Well, you'll need to go toe-to-toe with Elena Rybakina in the quarterfinals. You two have never met. Can you give me a little sense of what to expect of that challenge?
I mean, some hard hitting. I think, she's an incredible player. She won the Australian Open this year. So I'm just really excited to play her because I have never played her, and it's good to just get that information in.
Well, Naomi, I know you thought Montreal was special last summer. Hope Toronto continues to be special for you. Congratulations on making it to the quarterfinals.
Thank you, guys.
Happy with her performance tonight, and why wouldn't you be? Match performance, full wins.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there was vintage Naomi Osaka. Tracy Austin nailed it because everything's on the green for her. First serve percentage was huge, and especially the points one of the first, both the first and second serves. A lot of winners 29. Look at that, compared to just 9. And the ratio between winners and umpires there is very little, which always comes with these big hitters.
Confirmation, as we heard in the interview, a first meeting with Elena Rybakina in a couple of days' time. Coco Gauff, impressive. Who she plays when the next match comes on in 5 or 10 minutes' time, the last match of the day, Alexandra Eala taking on Belinda Bencic. But for tonight, congratulations for Osaka. She was especially impressive. Continues to play like that, she will be there or thereabouts in that PIF race to the WTA finals. At the moment, we've got a winner today. She's still in 8th place, but a lot to play for from now to the rest of the year.
At the Smart Araneta Coliseum, August 13 at the SMX Convention Center, Davao, and 15 at the Waterfront Cebu City Hotel. Tickets at ovationtickets.com. Presented by Immerflex from Ovation Productions and Blast TV.
Yan na. Yan na si Eala mga idol. Go, go, go.
Sunday night, women's fourth round singles match at your 2026 National Bank Open. Please welcome from the Philippines,
Alexandra Eala continues to thrill the crowds in Toronto as she chases back-to-back titles. Her winning streak currently stands at 7 matches, and it is the longest winning streak at tour level in her career so far.
and her opponent from Switzerland, Belinda Bencic.
Belinda Bencic came through a marathon tussle with Taylor Townsend in round 3. She battled back from a set down to win in almost 3.5 hours. The 12th seed won this tournament as a teenager 11 years ago, and is hoping to reach the quarterfinal stage of this event for the 4th time. Well, a very good evening and welcome to what is the final match of the day on centre court. And once again, it's Alexandra Eala who is the headline act. The crowds have flocked to Toronto to see her over the last few days, following on from that success in Washington. She has delivered in some style, wins over Alicia Parks and Katie McNally. It's her first appearance in Toronto, the second appearance at this tournament, having played in Montreal last year. Coming up against the former champion, remarkably it was 2015 that Belinda Bencic beat Simona Halep in the final here. As an 18-year-old to really announce herself on the world stage. Two players at very different stages of their careers. Promises to be a fascinating contest.
We have Howard with us. Ladies, we have live system for all the calls. The close ones are going to be on the board. 25 seconds, there and there. Have a look at it, especially go for fouls. Red one, Belinda, blue, Alexandra. Video review available as well. And that's it. Questions maybe? No. Howard, please. Heads. So it's going to be heads. This is heads.
Start na
Alexandra?
guys. Start na.
Sir? Can we have two photos? One that way. Also one the other way, please.
Go, 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 go. Follow naman guys. Follow.
Final match of the day on centre court. The National Bank Open 2026 in Toronto. Alexandra Eala and Belinda Bencic going head to head for a place in the last 8 of this WTA 1000. We are getting to the business end of the tournament, and the winner of this match will take on the informed 4th seed Coco Gauff. Very impressive today in her win over Corneva. And Osaka and Elena Rybakina in this section of the draw as well. Potential semi-final opponents for one of these two players, should they get that far. It's big names and big matches all the way to the finish line. This is the last quarter-final place up for grabs. Oscar Chamberlain and Mel South here to take you through the last of today's action here on the centre court. And once again, Mel, we're here watching Alexandra Eala play in the headline slot. The crowds love her here. She's been so impressive, 7 match wins in a row. Can she keep it going, do you think?
Well, I think she definitely can. She has the capability. She's now at her career high ranking of 20 in the world, and she's living up to all this hype. It's the Eala craze here at this week's tournament. She said after her first match win that it felt like a celebration out there, and she's had to dig really deep. Her last 3 wins, including the final last week, to win that title have all come in 3 sets. She was quite emotional after her last win, and I think that's where it's the test. It's not just the physical fatigue of playing these matches, it's the mental fatigue at the extreme pressurized moments up against the best in the world. So can she keep that going is the question.
A couple of tough tests so far, but the tests continue to get more and more difficult for Alexandra Eala. She chases an 8th consecutive win. She comes up against a former champion in Belinda Bencic. Hard to believe that it's 11 years since she won this title as a teenager. It was really the title win that kind of announced her to the tennis world. She had already won, I think, in Eastbourne earlier that year, so that there was certainly some awareness about her talent. But that was a huge moment for her, and she's still in the top 20. She's still producing incredible tennis. It's been a little bit of a quiet season by some of her recent standards, but you know, a player of her experience, you always expect her to produce when it matters in these big occasions.
I think it shows what a player and what a career she's had, that we kind of say that it's not been as good a year for her. The fact that last year she won a couple of titles, she made the semi-final at Wimbledon. This year she's been pretty steady. She won 5 matches to start the year at the United Cup, a couple of quarter-finals runs, the 4th round at both the French Open and Wimbledon. Wimbledon she had a bit of a hamstring problem, and we haven't seen her since. We can still see that there's taping down that left hamstring, so she obviously needed that time after, but it's all about what you bring to the court. She has great match IQ, something Eala has as well, so she'll be trying to think her way through this match, the fact that they've never played on court together before.
Mikhail Strecic in the chair
1 minute.
for the last of the 4th round of matches. Just coming up to 9 PM local time. There's going to be a tremendous atmosphere inside this stadium, because that's what it's been like all week. Eala winning the toss and choosing to serve. She'll be getting this match underway shortly. Had her first day off, really. Well, first day off of this tournament yesterday, because she played in the doubles in the day in between her 2 singles matches. Obviously played the Washington final on Monday. Belinda Bencic had a pretty long match as well, 3.5 hours against Taylor Townsend. And do you agree then, Mel, with the algorithm that it's almost 50-50?
Yeah, it's just edging the way of Bencic. I think that's just so interesting to see, and it shows how consistent both players have been in recent form. Also, how good they are on the hard courts, everything taken into consideration. So it's going to be an exciting match out there tonight.
Well, it's almost time. One last quarter-final spot up for grabs. Belinda Bencic and Alexandra Eala meeting for the first time. Great deal of difference in the time spent on court. Almost 3.5 hours of that. 5 hours for Bencic was that win over Townsend a couple of days ago. It's Eala to get us underway.
A good run with the first point there. That's her intent that she's had. She's really dictated with the forehand side. She redirects nicely, something that we so often say about the game of Bencic. I think it will be who can make that change and pull the trigger down the line first.
Yes.
We will see a variety of homemade signs for Eala. So many people supporting her. Such an exciting game, and really going after it right now with all the confidence that she possesses.
She's been so impressive the way she's risen to the occasion into this tournament off the back of winning the biggest title of her career. It's so hard to back it up. That's been the most impressive thing so far.
Hey.
Just riding that confidence wave.
I think exactly that, Oscar. Sometimes underestimate just how difficult that is when someone wins a title, the elation that you have, but with the world of tennis, it's such a quick turnaround to the next tournament. The fact they also had the rain delay, so they finished the final on the Monday, not the Sunday, and then had to get straight here. It did have the luxury of the extra day off just to try and acclimatise, but also get off of that adrenaline booster and then have to reset. But she's done that so exceptionally well here today. Again, even just from match to match, we often see players where they maybe beat a top 10 player and then it's a kind of a come down for the next match and the expectation on their shoulders. But she's just dealing with everything so beautifully.
Yeah, you mentioned her last match and how emotional she was when she won it against McNally. Would have helped her just to have that day off yesterday, just to settle down again and refocus. And she'll be desperate to be able to perform again here against a top player.
Guiding that final backhand down the line. It's a statement shot, really, Bencic, the backhand down the line, but she really set it up with that opening, stepping in, taking it on the rise. Both players like to do the same thing out on court.
No.
Bencic currently ranked 14 in the world. Very high ranking with number 4. She achieved that back in 2020.
Eala.
10 titles, including an Olympic gold medal. 2 WTA 1000 wins, including this tournament, as I mentioned, 11 years ago. Simona Halep in the final. Third set retirement for Halep. 2 tiebreak sets. Grand Slam semi-finals as well.
The title run here was standout for Bencic. She was so young, it was her second title you mentioned, but she beat the 6 top 25 players, 4 of those were top 10 players. Bouchard, Wozniacki, Lizicki, Ivanovic, Serena Williams, and then Halep. Halep retiring with the heat exhaustion in that final set. They both pushed each other so hard in that match. Long exchanges from the back of the court.
It's a ridiculous list of names.
Yes.
For a teenager to defeat.
Deserve that title.
Yeah.
First point, not one on a positive note.
Okay.
She sets up so well for this shot that she could pick it off to either corner, so Bencic has to pick a spot to attempt to chase it down, completely turning those hips. Eala seeing that.
And you can tell she's up for this.
It's always a wonderful spectacle when both players that are being aggressive, hitting winners at the same time. They both come out here with clear intent, executing well.
No.
Eala did have a medical timeout in her last match. Got her ankle strapped, she then removed it.
Yeah, 2 games later.
And she said in her post-match interview that she was fine.
You can see it strapped today, but it was clearly just too tight and restricted her movement. That's also what can happen when you have a medical timeout on court, and it's all done quite quickly, whereas when you have it taped before you walk on court, you move around as well, loosen it up, and you can say if you don't feel too comfortable, you've got the time to take to get it right before you walk on court.
First break point of the match.
So mentally ready when you come on court against Eala, because every point that she wins is cheered, and you know it's not personal. You have to enjoy the atmosphere and the sound and the noise around the whole match.
No.
Another chance for Bencic here. There's Bencic who makes the first move, gets the early break.
Iba ang saya kapag maganda ang pakiramdam nila. Sa pag-aalaga sa kanila, hindi pwedeng magkamali. Kung may gamot na hiyang sa katawan nila, mahirap magpapalit-palit.
Para sa akin, kailangan hiyang.
right medicines, right Para sa akin, kailangan hiyang. right medicines, right
At Food Panda, we're on a mission to make life delicious with up to 50% off. Comfort food for your soul. That's easy on your wallet. That's making life delicious. Food Panda.
Great start here for Bencic. In that early break, might just help to quieten the crowd a little bit. She's so experienced now.
We saw a taping down her hamstring, down that left hamstring, was starting to come off, but the ruling is that for something that's already taped, it has to be at the change of ends, and she obviously hadn't called the physio before, so they weren't at the side of the court, so I would expect them to come out the next change of ends. The ball girl had to help cut the tape off. Eala with a couple of double faults in her last service game. All the players at Benjamin looking up at the bright lights that's affected them.
Eala looking for the immediate response here.
18-15.
Little helping hand from Bencic. Double fault. She breaks straight back.
Good.
And there it is.
Game Eala.
Quick response.
Very aggressive returns. Was helped out with a double fault, then she was able to climb over a second serve, but they're just as crisp with the hit of the first serve return. Bencic not making enough first serves on a whole in total in this first set, 44%. That was something she struggled with against Townsend, under 50% for the first couple of sets, improved it the last set in that match.
Certainly had her struggles in that win over Townsend. To really dig deep in the second set to avoid losing the match and extending it into a third. A little bit of a dip in the third set as well. We got a break up and then allowing Townsend back in briefly just to see it out. Lovely timing.
Just no hesitation, all out aggression.
18-0.
An area that the other team would definitely look on is picking to attack that forehand side of Bencic of her 29 unforced errors against Townsend in that match. 23 were off the forehand wing.
Good.
Missing that she gave herself a bigger target on that return. Players under 50% with the first serve percentage at the moment. A lot of points behind the first serve, but getting attacked on the second. Just looking to do that there.
On your phone.
Just going to get the chance here to reclaim the lead.
Given time, she gets that strike in.
Oi!
Bencic back in front. Leads 3-2.
Immerflex presents Toast the Bread, bringing back the much-loved hits of soft rock band Bread. August 12 at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, August 13 at the SMX Convention Center, Davao, and 15 at the Waterfront Cebu City Hotel. Tickets at ovationtickets.com. Presented by Immerflex from Ovation Productions and Blast TV.
Bencic getting a bit of strapping to that left leg. Back in front here. A break once more, 3-2.
Ay, yan.
First stage of the match from either player.
She's shown huge respect for Eala out here because she's been so focused and locked in. Bencic, very cool in the head right now. To herself, but so when you get on a match court, sometimes tennis players can go a little bit psycho. You really get the feelings in a match that can just make you go a little bit crazy. We saw it actually in the match against Townsend, gesturing over to her team. To be quiet at times, but very much just in her own bubble right now.
Nicely done. It's a real intensity.
Yeah, really pushing the movement side to side here.
Darts magnificent from Bencic. Backs up the break this time.
She loves the true surface of a hard court. Bencic is where she made her first ever semi-final back in 2019 at the Grand Slam at the US Open. So it's the tournament where she's had her most match wins at the WTA 1000 level at the Canadian Open. 17 in total so far.
She's starting to dictate proceedings here.
Love 15.
Jean Hughes in the blue t-shirt on the right there, her husband, physical trainer next to him with the white cap on. Hunkovic. See down lovely on that backhand, nice and low to control it.
Ayan.
I mentioned there's 17 wins at the Canadian Open. 13 of those have come here in Toronto, 4 in Montreal. It shows how she really enjoys the conditions at Toronto, and also she has those great memories from winning the title here. Always have places, countries that you enjoy going back to. Good defence from Eala.
14-15.
Go. No. No.
Still struggling a little. Consistency, Eala. Looks can be a bit deceiving sometimes, but she just doesn't seem to have quite the same energy that she's had in her last couple of matches, which would be completely understandable.
Good. Very good.
It's a good hold, and it's the finish.
New balls, please.
And it is still Bencic with the lead in this first set of a break. As well to see 4-3.
Yan lang, nag-loading.
You're free, can't contain this sound. I don't want no free, we're screaming free. Hands up high, wild and carefree. Free, never young, forever, we're free. Heart beating out in perfect harmony. Free, this is our gym free. Tonight, tomorrow, always we're free.
Alex Eala. Alex Eala. Alex Eala.
Alex Eala makes history.
time on court this year. Eala. 82 hours. He's winning 26. Second highest.
Bencic this year has been 52 hours.
So it's been that return of serve that has done so much damage to Eala's opponents over the course of this week.
Well, of course she's standing, both feet are inside the baseline, so that takes away in itself. She's very compact and quick with that take back, so she's ready to then go forwards with her swing motion.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's why we're hearing the groans being shown, but it's only just out for Eala.
Oh, superb angle on that forehand from Eala.
Bencic choosing the wrong way.
13.
Eala holding around that whip action. The serve going right into the slot there.
18-14.
That's bread and butter for Eala. How many of those moves have we seen from her over the course of this tournament? Chance to go back again.
Quick.
Thank you.
No.
The crowd thought it was in.
30-14.
Sometimes they're so loud as well that you don't hear the calls out on court.
Ayan.
That could be a big couple of points for Bencic.
I think back to that shot that Bencic hit 2 shots in a row into the forehand of Eala, and she was there waiting, so made that change in the game plan, attacking the backhand corner.
Oh, she's missed it.
Sometimes when the netball gives you more time, there's too much time to think, and it's that change in the anticipation as well in the incoming ball. You have to move your feet around. A great point of the game.
And the double fault having the break back for a second time in this set.
And you cannot underestimate the energy that you can draw from a crowd. You can see she's really pushing through here, Eala. There are those signs at times of a little bit of fatigue when she's pushed into the corner, but it's making her focus on getting on the front foot, taking it on, and that pressurizing tennis has then created that double fault from the racket of bench. She knows that she's going to step into that second serve.
That's na. Go.
Debut, isn't it, when you're chasing on the scoreboard and trying to go after it, and then all of a sudden even, and especially at this stage in the set, just catching it into the net tape. Different feelings in the body, the tension can creep in.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
The first sign of frustration from Bencic after that point. Eala continues with positivity.
Small break points. She's looking to take the lead. For the third time in this set.
Get the depth on the return. That in turn meant Eala could get Bencic on the move.
And a suck out of trouble.
So self-assured with how she attacked and approached the serve got Bencic on the stretch, heading to the other corner and following it forwards. Nicely done with the hand in front.
No. Great response from Bencic.
We're looking at quality hitting, giving us on big margins. Did not make a mistake in that point, Bencic.
And she's got the break.
Go.
Looked like it was there for Eala to put away. And Bencic for a third time moves ahead and will serve for the set 5-4.
Emerflex presents Toast, the best of breads, bringing back the much-loved hits of soft rock band Bread. August 12 at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, August 13 at the SMX Convention Center, Davao, and 15 at the Waterfront Cebu City Hotel. Tickets at ovationtickets.com. Presented by Emerflex from Ovation Productions and Blast TV.
Bencic serving for the set. We've seen already that Eala is so dangerous.
Nako. Moving, sorry.
It's been returning so well. Bencic looking for all the first serves here.
You can hear the crunch of the serve, but once it gets into the slot, she's looking to get it into the body of Eala, but she's not quite getting it accurately enough curled in or tucking her up. It's perfectly picked off. Yes, you can hear the left cord. Bencic was hoping.
That's the one she wants on that side.
went for the same serve out wide, and she's got such good capabilities of hitting the corner of the boxes. That's maybe working a little bit better for her out here than when she has been going body to Eala. Getting Eala on the stretch, off balance as she's trying to play the return.
Set points for the former champion.
With it.
13.
Very little reaction there from Eala. It's another one of those here. Bencic putting it away and winning the opening set. A bit of a topsy-turvy encounter so far. It's the 12th seed, who's a step closer to the quarterfinals. 6 games to 4.
Can't contain this sound. I don't want no free, free, we're screaming free. Hands up high, wild and carefree. Free, never young, forever, we're free. Heartbeat out in perfect harmony. Free, free, this is Sergeant Free. Tonight, tomorrow, always we're free.
An athlete's environment must be built for play. Where Eala, her game shines brightest on the hard court.
There's the perfect start.
On grass, a player begins to showcase their more aggressive side and sharper reflexes. And on the clay court, every rally is a battle for grip.
Bullseye. Mana posture is back. Winners galore.
Be game ready.
Second set. Eala, 7.
Eala. Can she turn this match around? Next couple of weeks will have been pre-training, physically and mentally. Just the line there, Bencic.
Just freeing up the shoulders, but also had nice rotation on the ball to finish this point off with the winner. So accurate to the line, committed to that direction. And that's where she has such good court awareness of where her opponent's standing, what angles she's got offered.
Ay, nako.
When you are feeling fatigued, and there's been so much that's going through the last couple of weeks for Eala, to lose that first set can be quite damaging inside. She's just got to think 1 point at a time. The weight of shot simply too much.
Facing break points again here.
Ayan.
Managed to hang on in there, Eala.
13-14.
She can't save the second break point. It's Bencic with the early lead.
13, second set.
Nay, may bisita kayo. Nakikilala niyo ba si Robert?
Ikaw at ako, pinagtagpo, nag-usapan, at puso, nagkasundong, magsama habang buhay. San Miguel Bay Pizza.
The 20 matches she's played where she's lost the first set 6 times, she's been able to make the comeback. And her coach giving her advice, what she needs to focus on.
No.
It's a good second serve there from Bencic.
15.
Sorry. Loading. Okay.
Bencic is being so smart right now, really mixing up the spins and the spots that she's hitting with her serves. Giving the same look to Eala, she can get into a groove now. Sharp.
Wala tayo guys.
Looking too good, very quick feet to get in the right position. Just twist those hips. Side heading.
Superb. She's on a roll here, Belinda Bencic. This next game is so big.
Loading, sorry.
Eala.
That was a phenomenal game from the side of Bencic. She's playing fast into the corners now and pushing the movement. We can see the fatigue starting to set in physically affect the defensive skills of Eala side to side.
She's looking at like a different player tonight compared to the one we saw earlier in the week. It's totally understandable. Again, going back to that win over McNally and her reaction at the end of the match, the emotion that came out. There's a few little signs there that maybe she pushed herself as far as she can.
It's the combination of that and the level of Bencic out here right now.
Against a lesser player, she could probably find a way through. Bencic is producing a very, very good level.
Free, ever young, forever. We're heartbeat out in perfect harmony. Free, this is Sergeant Free. Tonight, tomorrow, always we're free.
Alex Eala. Alex Eala. Alex Eala.
Alex Eala makes history.
As we approach the hour mark in this match, it's the dream scenario really for Bencic. Set up with a double break in the second. This can only have just scraped the edge of the line.
Digging deep here, trying to get the adrenaline going. She's going to bounce back with power, go after it.
And try and whip this crowd up as well to create that intense atmosphere we've seen over the last few nights.
Just gesturing after missing that return at Eala, but it's just such small margins. Centimetre higher, that return makes it into court. Because even when you make it, it's all over it right now. Back to that little patch in the first set where we said that she was playing too many body serves. Well, ever since then, she's been hitting the corners of the boxes, getting Eala on the stretch from the first ball of the point, and it sets up these easier openings for herself.
Didn't miss by much. That is 4 love lead for Bencic now.
Bencic's numbers are so good out on court today. 20 winners and just 4 unforced errors. That is relentless.
Eala's managed to win just 3 points in this set so far.
Bencic didn't win that point. It's a point that wears down the fatigue of the legs of your opponent, but you know is feeling it out there. Catches the top of the net cord, but doesn't change the course of the target.
Just hoping for something here to build on Eala.
Oh!
It's just back ahead so quickly.
Uy na.
It's another break point. Crowd doing their bit to try and lift Eala here. But it is long, and it is another break. And it will be Belinda Bencic serving for a place in the quarterfinals. Ruthless from the 12th seed in the second set, 5 games to love.
Immerflex presents Toast, the best of bread, bringing back the much-loved hits of soft rock band Bread. August 12 at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, August 13 at the SMX Convention Center, Davao, and 15 at the Waterfront Cebu City Hotel. Tickets at ovationtickets.com. Presented by Immerflex from Ovation Productions and Blast TV.
Bencic looking to close this out now. It's been really impressive in this second set so far.
She has the relentlessness and she likes to win a 6-love set. She's done it 5 times this season. The last one she knew at Wimbledon. She won the first set 7-5. This contest and then took the second 6-love. To do the same out here today.
Taking every point virtually in this second set, Bencic.
Well, there's been no let-up.
Hugely impressive from Belinda Bencic. It's just got stronger and stronger the longer this match has gone on. Match points.
great attitude that she has. 40 love down, 3 match points down in a row, and hits the winner, gives the fist pump to the crowd. Last point can sometimes be the hardest.
Eala just giving the crowd a couple of points to cheer at the end of the second set. Another chance though, Bencic to seal the win.
Oh, wonderful.
We've got to admire the attitude from Eala here. Down 5 love, 40 love, and still fighting. No panic, of course, from Bencic. Match point once again. It's another quarter-final in Toronto for Belinda Bencic. Eala's dream run comes to an end. She has been the headline act in Toronto, but tonight belongs to Belinda Bencic, the 2015 champion, into the quarterfinals of the Canadian Open for the 4th time, for the 3rd time here in Toronto. And just too good on the night. 6-4, 6 love. She's in state.
She was relentless out there on the